Hey guys, today I want to go over MyFitnessPal. It's a really helpful app that can be really beneficial in food logging, which is great for adding an added layer of accountability. So MyFitnessPal is free. Once you download it to your phone, and it's also accessible through a desktop, go ahead and open the app icon. And this is what your home screen is going to look like. Now, if you go over to the sidebar over to the left of the screen, you'll get options for all of the different parts of the app. I'm not going to go over everything. I'm only going to go over the portions that I feel are most helpful to the majority of people. But like I said, the app is free, so feel free to download it and explore and see what you might find beneficial to you. So once you go to the home screen, the two parts of the app that I feel are most helpful to most people are going to be found in the diary location down here at the bottom, and then also in this plus icon over to the right of the screen. So if you click on this icon, you'll see pop-ups for weight, exercise, food, water, and status. The three portions that I feel like are the most helpful are the food, water, and status. So starting at the top with status, this is just a place where you can come in and log how you're feeling. I feel like a lot of people overlook this part of the app, but it can be really helpful, especially if you're mixing up your nutrition routine. You can kind of see how different foods are treating you, what your energy levels are like throughout the day, how you feel during workouts, and that way you can kind of get a sense of what is working for you and what isn't. Water obviously is really beneficial to track, and the thing that I like about MyFitnessPal is that they offer an option to enter common amounts of water. So let's say, for instance, you have a Swell bottle, which is 17 ounces. You can go ahead and have a quick add item on here. Go ahead and press that button, hit the check mark, and it's automatically logged in to your log without you having to remember how many ounces of water is contained in a single water bottle. And then the last section obviously is going to be food. So when you hit the food icon, you're going to see pop-ups for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. Go ahead and hit the meal that you want to log for, and you're going to be given a couple of options. So you'll see up here, there is a search bar. You can go ahead and search for items on here, and it will give you a bunch of options for that. Items with green check marks next to them are food items that have been verified by MyFitnessPal, so you can feel a little better about the accuracy of the nutrition information that's included in that. And then below the search bar, you're going to see a few different options here. So recent foods, these are the food items that you have entered into your log most recently. Frequent foods I find really helpful. So let's say you eat certain things multiple times throughout the week. It's going to have the foods that you log frequently in this bar here. My foods, if you have a food item that you want to enter the nutrition information for directly, you can go ahead and do so here. And the meals is actually one of the sections that I feel like is the most helpful. So let's say that you have a breakfast that you eat quite commonly throughout the week. So for instance, there's an omelet that I make and eat it almost every day now. It has quite a few different ingredients in it, so instead of going in and having to log each of those different ingredients into my food log, I can go ahead and enter it as a meal. So I'm going to click on this. It'll have the nutrition information for the meal itself, and then all of the individual ingredients here at the bottom. If I go ahead and hit the check mark in the upper right hand corner, it'll go ahead and enter all of those individual ingredients in there. And then let's say that I click on an individual ingredient, I can go ahead and change the portion sizes, maybe if they've changed from one meal to the next. So I really like this feature. And then the last part of this feature here is the recipe section. So if you have a recipe from a cookbook or a website or a magazine that you really enjoy, making and it's not on MyFitnessPal, you can go ahead and enter the individual ingredients, the amounts that you're cooking with, the number of portions that the recipe yields, and it will go ahead and generate the recipe and all the nutrition information for it. And then lastly, the barcode icon up here at the upper right hand corner. If you click on that, you can scan a barcode and it'll automatically search for the food item. So that can be a really great quick add. If you're adding multiple food items, you can hit the multi-add icon up here. So let's say that I was doing a bunch of things that I would eat for a snack. So apples, and then let's see if there's almond butter on here. Let's say hummus. Go ahead and you can add these both. It'll go ahead and add them in. It added them into breakfast here, but you get the idea. And then lastly, if you go to this diary section here, this will give you an overview of what you've eaten for the day. So I'm going to go back to yesterday because I have a full day of logs in here. It'll show you everything that you've eaten. And then the part that I feel is the most helpful about this is if you hit the nutrition icon down here at the bottom, it will give you an overview of your macro breakdown for the day. So I've entered a goal of 40% carbohydrates, 30% fat, 30% protein. It'll show you what I actually hit in relation to my goals. So I was a little off, but pretty close. So I can use this information then to kind of make some adjustments going forward if I want. So like I said, there are a ton of pieces of MyFitnessPal that are really helpful. I encourage you to come in and explore with it. Again, it's a free app. There's a premium version as well. I don't feel that any of the features in premium are worth the price, but you can definitely investigate that and see if it is something that you would find helpful for you. If you have any questions about how to use MyFitnessPal app, shoot me an email, Karen@push511.com, and we can definitely get you set up and started with it. Thanks, guys.